Welcome to Ancient Chess and Tarot. Hello, Scorpios. Welcome, and let's get to your message. Thank you to all who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Remember, not everything's going to resonate. Take what does today and leave the rest. And maybe it'll resonate in a couple days or a couple weeks or ways down the road. You'll think, I've heard something about this, and now it's resonating with me. Welcome in. Here we go. Something you're nurturing. Something you're wanting to be nurturing. Has to do with work. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Pentacles here, the Five of Wands, and the Six of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like you're taking a look at all the different ways you can approach something. There we go. All the different ways you can approach something, all the different ways you'd like to approach something. What is going to be most successful for you? I feel like you can hang with a variety of different walks of life. You're good with people. And now you're just trying to figure out, what's the best strategy here? Because I can be the marketer, or I can be the CEO. I can be the lead in the area of finance or event planning. You can wear a lot of different hats, and you do, and I think you enjoy that. But what's the best strategy here? And I do feel like this is work-related. Trying to find your real niche is the energy that I'm feeling. And even though you're good at a lot of different things and you've enjoyed it in the past, I'm hearing past tense. Correction. You are really trying to narrow down your niche so that maybe you're not taking on quite so much. I do feel like now a narrowing down of, I don't want to do all of it. I want to just concentrate in one area. Eight of Wands, this is something you want to be communicating to another. And I feel like time is of the essence. Maybe a position is opened up and you're feeling like, I really want to move in that direction and just concentrate, focus. It's a wanting to focus in a certain area, but I feel like you're good in a lot of different areas and you've done a lot of different things. And maybe you're feeling like there's going to be some pushback on this because people are saying, you're so great in so many ways, but you're saying, look, then either that needs to be reflected in my salary, but primarily I just want to focus in on one area. And other people are looking at it like, if we lose this person in this role, we're going to have to hire two others, something like that. So here you have the Nine of Wands. And I just feel like you're good at this, but also it's tiring to wear so many different hats. Now, if this is love related, which I don't see as much, but it could pertain, but primarily for most of you, it'll be work related. But if it is love related, then I feel like you're saying, I don't want to be everybody's everything, or I don't want to be this person's everything. They need to meet me halfway, something like that. A lot of people find you nurturing too in the office. So that's an added component that I think you're grateful for. And you're grateful for these energies who think so much of you. But it also takes away. It's an energy that's kind of needy in a way and takes away from you when you're so nurturing for others. So now we've got the Seven of Cups out here. There's just a little bit confusion. I feel like you're just pulled in too many directions. Death in the reverse. And I feel like you're just feeling like this is not where my advancement lies, both mentally and physically. Okay, I can't be pulled in so many different directions. I used to enjoy that. I used to like to be busy, but now I just see that it's taken a toll. King of Wands, because whether you're a male or female, whoever's resonating with this king, you really feel like in your life, people look to you as a main leader, and they look for your dynamic ways too. There is definitely something about, you're the life of the party. The energy changes up when you enter the room. You're the diamond in the organization. You know, you're the it person. And you like it. And you're grateful. And you're good at it. But now you're saying it's time to really focus in on what I want. What I want in life, star. What I want out of this situation. Yeah, I feel like you're being very exposed, or overly exposed. You probably hear sentences like, you know, you're so good in this area and we're branching out here. Can you get us started here? And then the start like never ends. It's just a continuous. There's never an end date for a lot of the projects that you're asked to take on, something like that. The plate gets fuller and fuller. Yeah, definitely wanting to focus in more here, because you know that with the focus will come King of Pentacles, a lot of success here. You will continue your successes, but in some ways, these successes, it's just too much. The plate is too full. You will never hand the plate over. You just don't know when to quit. And so even though you're successful in so many ways, there is an element now of this is a little bit of a burden for me too. So the Queen of Wands, what does she do? She arrives just in time here in this read. She is notorious for being very discerning and cutting things out that don't serve her. And I think that's exactly what you're doing. Is you're going through a very long list of your responsibilities and saying, yeah, I'm going to take on a fourth of this and I'm going to have a focus here. And the rest of that fallout is for someone else to figure out. I think good for you. 3 of Pentacles, somebody's going to come back and say to you, look, you're so great at starting things for us, getting things off the ground for us, launching things for us. You're our it person for that, as I mentioned earlier. You're great with new collaborations, with maybe you're great in sales. You're great with new teams, building new teams, getting teams up, excited, running. We can't lose you. Maybe that's where you concentrate. Maybe that's your concentrated effort. Or you're saying, look, I'm focusing in another direction. But I have an idea for who might be good at this. Or I can certainly help with the hiring process. Something like that. Of somebody who is like this, is skilled like this. And I will know what types of skills will be required. So happy to help out as we're filling this role. Just keep, I'm hearing from Spirit, saying, repeating what it is you want. You know, you're going to get some pushback. It's going to be kind. Don't let that roll over you or cause you to walk away from what it is you want to achieve here. You know, statements like, I'm happy to be involved in the hiring process because I know what these tasks require and I know what you would want to be looking for. Something like that, where you're constantly, I should say repetitively and strongly stating, I'm moving towards a more focused career, a more focused energy, a more focused day-to-day. And I'm not going to be detoured. Justice. Yeah. Just a sense of more needing more balance. Yeah. Needing more balance. And I feel like maybe you're even having a hard time like putting the words together, or when people come to you after you said, yeah, I really want to focus in on one area and here it is, and they come to you and they say different things, like maybe they throw money at you. And now, even if that's happening, that's not a motivation. You're having a hard time putting into words what it is, again, that you want to achieve. And I'm hearing from Spirit, just because I'm having a little bit of a hard time speaking. So, and that's not usually the case for me. But I'm hearing from Spirit, just say 1 or 2 phrases that really hit home with what you're trying to achieve here and keep repeating them. So in other words, you get some pushback or you get somebody saying, no, we just can't lose you here. Then you say, hey, I'm happy to help with the hiring process because I know the skills that are needed for this role. Keep it short. If you're having a hard time speaking words, you know, it could be very emotional time. Or maybe you're not used to this type of what you consider it to be confrontation. Look at it as more dialogue. Come up with short phrases and keep repeating those. to the pushback, because the pushback is a little bit deceptive because it's complementary, but it's not where you ultimately want to be. So you need to push to where you want to be here, and that is a more focused career, or a more focused, if this is love, interaction with your partner. The Empress is here. Yeah, I see that this turns around, but there is something about having to keep repeating what you want so that people learn that, and they learn to grow with you in this new way that you want to be seen, show up, be responsible for. And I feel like what you want to be responsible for is a lot less. The Tower is here. This is going to be a tower for quite a few folks because you've taken on their roles too. Too bad. Too bad. And for some of you, you think, well, they'll just get rid of you. I don't see that, because to get rid of you is really going to be a problem. Yeah, don't think that. Like, I have to do 10 times as much as everybody else, or it's some sort of feeling that you're going to be gotten rid of. I think maybe goes back for some of you to a childhood experience or the way you were raised. You know, you have to work twice as hard as everybody else to get half as much type of energy. That's not the case here. That's not the case here. Kind of follow that trail and see where that's leading you, where that's coming from. That's not the case in the present. Knight of Pentacles. I think you're very well thought of, and people know that they can rely on you. Not one person will consider getting rid of you. That's like cutting your nose off to spite your face. But they will try and very kindly keep you, kind wording, lots of love here, but in some ways the love will be manipulative to keep you in these roles so that A, don't have to hire other people, and B, don't have to train other people, or whatever burdens come when you are no longer in a lot of these roles. The judgment, yeah, just be transparent with what it is you want. Keep speaking that. To these individuals that are trying to keep you in a role where I feel like many of you are working 2 or 3 different departments here, and it's called crossover because you're so good with people or whatever. And maybe even you've been, wildly compensated, but I don't feel like that's your goal now. Your goal is, I want to be more focused in on one area. And short phrases like, and I've put in my time here, and it's been very beneficial to me, and I appreciate the opportunity to see how this company is run in a variety of different departments and levels. And now, because of that experience, I am really wanting to focus in on this area. Something like that. Practice those kinds of phrases. And Queen of Pentacles, stay very grounded. You'll be successful here. Stay grounded. Don't get up in the emotion that is other people. Okay, because their emotion, is hitting you in such a way. And again, it's all love, or presented as such. But you need to be remembering your happiness, because some of the love that's being presented is also for that person's advantage. Like if they lose you in this role, as I mentioned, maybe their role starts to become a lot harder, difficult, not your responsibility. That's something they need to talk over with their supervisor, but it's not a situation at all where you should be burnt out. And I think you're getting close to that, and I think you know that. It's a situation where you should be very happy, and the kickback is that because you've put such an extraordinary amount of work and effort into something, that you very well should be able to ask to focus in on an area that you really enjoy. Let's grab an oracle here, Scorpio. Or a few. Okay, let's grab a few. The Observer, you've observed, you've learned, you've taken on a lot. Now, with this observation, with these experiences, you're pulling back and you're focusing in on the area, the one area I feel like for many of you that you want to focus in on, because it's time for a new life. Yeah. And I feel like you should be, celebrating and rejoicing. Loyal heart, you've been very loyal to this company. If this is a romantic situation, which I think is just for a few of you, you've been very loyal to this situation with this partner. And if you want to pull back, I feel like, yes, that should be something that is workable, doable, poised. just get ready with those few sentences that you keep repeating about what it is you want to achieve and where you're going. Because like I said, there will be some pushback here, and it will be wrapped up in love, but it will also be and positivity and a compliment to you. But don't let that manipulate you off course for what you're really wanting to achieve, which is a good sense of focus. That is your message, Scorpio. I hope you've liked it. I hope something here was helpful. And if you do like this message and it resonates with you, please do comment. I look at all the comments. I think that is a fun way to interact. And if you like this channel, please do like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel to grow. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.